Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam UiTM di hatiku. Ladies and gentlemen, may I kindly request everyone to honor our nation and join together in singing our national anthem, Negaraku and Wawasan Setia UiTM.
Bersatu kita warga UiTM, kita bangsa perkasa, taat dan setiaku untuk negara, penuh semangat wajar. Kita jangan mudah terlupa pengorbanan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita jangan mudah terleka kemajuan keamanan yang ada. Kita berterima kasih pada pemimpin-pemimpin negara. Kita rasa penuh bersyukur kerahmatan kemuliaan darinya. Kamilah pendukung pewaris bangsa, kamilah penerangan bangsa Malaysia, kamilah warga berwawasan untuk negaraku.
In a world so vast and wide, we gather here side by side, building bridges, reaching out, breaking barriers, erasing doubt. Through knowledge we shall grow, our minds and hearts shall surely show that university in diversity is the path to a brighter reality. Let cultures blend and intertwine, embrace a beauty so divine. Together we shall pave the way for a world where harmony holds sway. First of all, my name is Fashrul Izra Aziz bin Nazri. Will be your MC throughout this program for today. Before we move on, let us begin with the recitation of dua that will be led by Muhammad Shariza bin Muhammad Pisul.
وقال ربكم ادعوني أستجب لكم أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Ya Allah, Ya Rahim, praise be to God, the Lord of the worlds. Peace and blessing be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companion, and for those who followed his example till the judgment day. Allahumma ya Allah, on this blessing morning, in conjunction with the Building Bridge and Breaking Barriers program, we beseech thee and grateful toward you in favor of all the infinite blessing to us, your humble servant, to live in safe and prosperous life. We seek your blessing for a flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to stay clear of events that would detrimental the progress of this event. Ya Latif, Ya Rahman, please bless us with your tawfiq and hidayah. Please guide us to greatness, peace, glory, and prosperity in this world and the hereafter. Make us a beneficiary to mankind in order to gain your mardatillah. Make us your righteous servant that follow your command and neglect the sinful act. Please forgive us for our wrongdoing. Ya Munzil al-Barakat, bestow peace to our beloved country Malaysia, Indonesia, and Turkey. Preserve us from any threat and disaster, neither man-made nor natural disaster. And to you, Ya Allah, we ask for security and prosperity upon us, our leaders, and our country. Bestow patience in us in order to face the challenges from you. Please accept our deeds and please reward us accordingly. Rabbana alayka tawakkalna wa ilayka anabna wa ilaykal masir. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you to Shahriza for the recitation of Dua just now. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome to our program Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers. Today we gather here with a common purpose to explore and celebrate the diverse tapestry of our global environment and the richness of cultural exchange. This program is designed to serve as a catalyst for dialogue and understanding, aiming to expose knowledge, forge connections, and ultimately build bridges that transcend boundaries. In an era of rapid globalization, it is paramount that we equip ourselves with a deep understanding of our global environment. The first lot of our program, Path to a Better World, Global Environmental and Sustainability, will serve as a guiding light, shedding insights on the critical issues plaguing our planet. We will delve into the challenges faced by our environment and explore sustainable solutions to mitigate the negative impact of human activities. By fostering an understanding of these issues, we empower ourselves to become conscientious global citizens and advocates for change. Furthermore, building bridges and breaking barriers recognize that diversity is a wellspring of growth and progress. Today, as we embark on this collective journey, let us remember that building bridges and breaking barriers is not solely confined to the realm of abstract ideas. It is call to actions that necessitates active engagement, open-mindedness, and a willingness to challenge our own preconceptions. By fostering an inclusive and tolerant environment, we can build the foundations for a brighter and more harmonious future. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the speakers, participants, and organizers who have contributed their time, expertise, and patience to make this program possible. Together, let us embrace the power of knowledge, understanding, and empathy to forge lasting connections, bridge divides, and create a world where our differences become our greatest strength. Without further ado, I'm honored to invite our esteemed program director, Nur Alia binti Nizam, to deliver the opening speech for our program, Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers.
Professor Dr. Wan Muhammad Nazri bin Wan Abdul Rahman, Deputy Director of Research and Industrial Network, University Teknologi Mara, Jengkel Campus, Pahang Branch. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday morning seeking for possibility, hopeful that miracles rise like a brilliant flash. Thank you for this pleasant opportunity. It is such an honor that I can get with cash. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to all of you. On behalf of the program committee and on my own behalf, I welcome you to the Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers program. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to all of our exceptional speakers for today. Dr. Muhammad Ali Imran from Universitas Gadjah Mada, Dr. Eli Hendrik Sanjaya from Universitas Negeri Malang, and Dr. Nurul Nadira from University Teknologi Mara, Jengke Pahang, and also distinguished lecturers, students, and all of our beloved viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by reminding us with memorable quotes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. For your information, this program is organized by final year students of Bachelor of Science in Biology with a collaborative effort involving a few universities including Universitas Halu Oleo, Universitas Gadjah Mada, Universitas Negeri Malang, Institut Teknologi Telkom Surabaya, and Hasan Kalyoncu University. This program consists of 4 slots that will be carried out for 2 days and will cover crucial topics including environmental and sustainability, cultural exchange, leadership and management, and self-motivation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, finally, it is my hope that holding such a virtual exchange program between Malaysia, Indonesia, and Turkey will enhance mutual understanding among us and foster chances to promote valuable knowledge and initiatives among all of us, not only for today, but also in the future that hold full of hope. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you.
Thank you, Nur Alia, for your insightful speech. Next, I am delighted to extend our special invitation to Professor Dr. Wan Muhammad Nazri bin Wan Abdul Rahman to integrate our program, Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Fashro Idri, and also Mr. Shah Riza for doa recited. I would like to thanks to Program Director Nur Alia for the speech. Uh, I'm also here to would like to extend my gratitude to all the participants and also the speakers for today's sessions, today and tomorrow. And on behalf of Rector UiTM Pahang, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ilham bin Adnan, we are from the management, we are really happy to have this kind of program. The program, we call it the Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers. So since the pandemic era in 2020 until 2022 or 2021, we are creatively use the platform, especially on this kind of online platform, build the bridges. And breaking the barriers through this online platform. So pandemic give us the creativities in terms of the connections, not only in our country but also it is I would say a borderless. So I would like to congratulate to the committee who are involved in this organizing this program, this 2 days program. I would like to welcome Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Imran from Universitas Gadjah Mada for this program as one of the speakers. Also to Dr. Eli Hendrik from Universitas Negeri Malang, and also Dr. Nurul from UiTM Pahang. And I hope that this program can be like a platform for the students to get the connections, or your it's a chance for you to get knowing what's going on, especially on the environmental. People now all over the world talking about sustainability. Through the policy of United Nations in 2015, United Nations introduced SDG initiative, Sustainable Development Goal Initiative. This policy or initiative will be end by 2030. Now we are in the year of 2023. So this forum or this program is aligned with our SDGs. So it is is a world agenda. It's not on any personal agenda. But what happened next after 2030s? People now talking about ESG, environmental, social, and governance. So people not only talking about environments, but they are also talking about social. Then these sessions we have also on the social aspect, and the next we call it governance, and how the policies governs the world policy, and how the thing is being influenced to Indonesia, to Malaysia, to Turkey, for example. So whether we like it or not, we live in the world, in this world. We have to be complement each others. So we hope that the student can make use of these opportunities to get to ask our speakers what need to be done for these two initiatives, SDGs and also ESG. I hope this program will benefit all of us, all the students, and we hope that one day we can have a physical or face-to-face exchange program between Indonesia, Turkey, and Malaysia. So with that, I with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I initiate this program, and I wish all of you all the best for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Wan Muhammad Nazri bin Wan Abdul Rahman, for your enlightening and inspiring speech. Your words have resonated deeply with all of us, and we are grateful for the valuable insights you have shared. Thank you, and let us begin this remarkable journey of building bridges and breaking barriers. With that, I present to you Muhammad Hakimi Al Fauzan bin Hamzah as our moderator for today.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. All praise to His Almighty God for His blessings and graces. We can be together in the Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers program organized by University Teknologi Mara, Jengka Campus, Pahang, Malaysia. Our topic for today's for our topic for this morning's forum is Path to a Better World: Global Environmental and Sustainability. I hope that together we can gain knowledge and insight into this issue. Before we start sharing our thoughts and knowledge, I would like to remind audiences that if you have questions that still do not have answers, you may ask our panels through the comment section. In order to ensure that your question is being answered, I would like to suggest the audience to ask during the question and answer session. Now, let us move the path by getting to know our guests. For starters, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Muhammad Hakimi Al Fauzan bin Hamzah, your moderator for today. As you can see, I am being accompanied by three panels to share their valuable knowledge about this hot issue with us. Our first panel is from our closest neighbor, University Malang, Indonesia, Dr. Eli Hendrik Sanjaya. The second panel also came from Indonesia, representing University Gadjah Mada, Indonesia, Dr. Muhammad Ali Imran. Our third and last panel is Dr. Nurul Nadira binti Muhammad Isa, representing University Teknologi Mara, Jengka Campus. A warm welcome is extended to our panels. Before we begin our forum, I think it will be a privilege for us to get acquainted with our awesome panels. Therefore, I would like to invite our panel to perhaps do the honor to introduce themselves to the audience. We begin with Dr. Eli Hendrik Sanjaya. Hello, Doctor. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oke, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning. I'm Ali Hendrik Sanjaya. I'm from Chemistry Department in Universitas Negeri Malang. My concern is in biochemistry and also environmental. Okay, yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, my PhD, I got my PhD from Tohoku University, Japan, for last 3 years ago. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Next, we proceed with Dr. Muhammad Ali Imran. Please introduce yourself, Doctor.
Yeah, thanks. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning, everybody. It is an honor for me to join with this occasion. My name is Muhammad Ali Imran. I'm from sorry Universitas Gadjah Mada. It is in Indonesia, particularly in Yogyakarta. My field of uh, interest is on forestry, but in general, but I have particular interest on wildlife ecology and conservation. So I'm dealing mostly with wildlife, forests, and sometimes also related to human as well. My previous study, I did my master degree in Wageningen University in the Netherlands, and I did my PhD in TU Dresden in Germany. So that's all from my side. Thank you. And yeah,
Thank you, Dr. Ali Imran. Lastly, Dr. Nurul Nadira. Doctor, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, Hakimi. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our audience and the panel. So my name is Nurul Nadir Rahman Isa. I am from UiTM Jengke Pahang. So I have been teaching in UiTM Jengke for 15 years. So my research background is about forest ecology and specific about carbon stock. And currently we are doing our research in forest at Pahang. That's all from me. Thank you, Hakimi.
Thank you, Dr. Nurul. I think I'm not the only one that astonishes with our panel. It is no doubt that they are successful and brilliant people. I hope that our audiences will jot down knowledge as much as they could that will be shared by our wonderful panels. I wish that our amazing audiences will stay with us until the end of our program. Every year, everyone across the globe celebrates Earth Day on 22nd April. When we talk about environmental sustainability, we tend to think of ways to generate an economy and improve quality of life without hurting or destroying the environment. We also think that it has something to do with green development, which has become a popular catchphrase in contemporary development discourse. Some of us might think that we cannot fully develop the economy and society without scorching the environment. According to the United Nations, environmental sustainability can simply be defined as meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Before we dig deep into this matter, I would like to ask, we are all familiar with the term SDG or Sustainable Development Goals, which has 17 goals. Dr. Ellie, could you describe to us what is exactly SDG and the 17 goals?
Okay, thank you, Hakimi. Yeah, Sustainable Development Goals. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, if we are talking about the Sustainable Development Goals, yeah, we can start from the history actually. As we know that environments is one of the biggest problem in the world, beside energy and then social and also healthy. 2015 start from 2015 United Nations describe about this sustainable development goals, and we have 17 sustainable development goals. That's actually the goal is we want to keep our word, so our descendants can enjoy this world, because year by year the condition of our words will be deteriorate. So the sustainable development goals, that's I concern actually there are 17 development goals, but related to the environments, we have like clean water and sanitations, and then affordable and clean energy, and then industry innovations and infrastructure, and climate action, life below water, life online, and the other ones like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, and also quality educations, gender equality, sustainabilities and community, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, reduce inequalities, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and also partnerships for the goals. Yeah, I think the topic in this event is very good because we talking about the environment and sustainability. Because environments like the core of the sustainability. If we care the our environment, will get sustainability of our environment until our descendants. So we still can give the world to our descendants in the good conditions. I think for the beginning, that's all for Hakimi.
Thank you, Dr. Ali, for the useful information. Dr. Nurun, previously, Dr. Ali had described to us the SDG and the 17 goals. Doctor, is it these 17 goals give any impact on sustainable development?
Okay, thank you Hakimi for the question. The answer is yes. The 17 Sustainable Development Goal have a significant impact on sustainable development. They address key challenges and areas of development that are crucial for creating a more sustainable, equitable, and prosperous world. Here are some ways in which the SDGs contribute. So how SDGs contribute to sustainable development? One is integrated approach, where the SDG provide an integrated framework that recognize the interconnectedness of social, economic, and environmental issues. They also promote a holistic approach to development, emphasizing the needs to address multiple dimensions simultaneously. Secondly, global cooperation, where the SDGs are universally adopted by all United Nations member states, promoting global cooperation and partnership for sustainable development. They also provide a common agenda that encourage collaboration among government, organizations, businesses, and individuals across borders. Thirdly, they focus on key priorities. The SDGs will cover a wide range of priorities, including poverty, education, hunger, health, education, gender equality, clean energy, sustainable cities, climate action, and by addressing these priorities, the SDGs tackle the root causes of poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. So the underways the impact which is inclusive development. The SDG emphasize inclusivity and leave no one behind. They aim to ensure that development benefit all people, irrespective of their income, gender, age, disability, or other characteristic. This focus on inclusivity helps promote social justice and reduce inequalities. And then the impact also at environmental sustainability, where several SDGs explicitly address environmental challenges such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and sustainable resource management. By integrating environmental consideration into development effort, the SDG also promote sustainable practice that safeguard the planet for future generation. And then monitoring and accountability. The SDGs come with a robust monitoring and accountability framework. Indicators and targets have been established to track progress, enabling countries and stakeholders to measure their achievement and identify areas that require more attention and resources. Multi-stakeholder engagement also uh, provide impact. The SDGs encourage the active participation of various stakeholders, including government, civil society organization, businesses, and academia. This engagement foster collaboration, knowledge sharing, and innovative solution to complex development challenges. And finally, the long-term vision of SDGs, which set at 2030, target for achieving sustainable development. This long-term vision encourage countries and stakeholders to adopt strategic planning, policies, coherent and sustainable development practice that have enduring impact beyond short-term objective. So I think these are some of the impact of 17th goal of SDG towards sustainable development. Alright, Hakimi.
Dr. Nurul said that the SDG give impact that crucial for the prosperity of our world. The SDG promote the same agenda. Thank you, Dr. Nurul. Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali Imran, what does environmental awareness mean and what is an example of environmental sustainability? Could you explain it to us?
Thanks, Hakimi. I think I prefer to have a bit more interactive discussion, yeah, rather than I give a kind of lecture. So I would like to start with question as well. So I would like to see from the chat first my question to all participants. Do you have any example surrounding you that related to environmental problem? So if you have it, please describe it very short in 1 minute about any environmental problems related to surrounding your place where you live, or any environmental problem do you think related to you. So please answer it in chat. I just want to know also that we are interactively. So please.
It's okay. I understand, Doctor.
Or anybody can just pick up, can be also a good way to interact it. Okay, fast fashion. Okay, good.
Global warming and fast fashion, they said.
Okay.
Someone has commented global warming and fast
Deforestation.
fashion.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Open,
Deforestation,
open combustion. Okay.
open combustion.
Yeah. Okay. Any just related to your daily life. Fast fashion is really nice one. But anybody really know any environmental problem related to your daily life? So, like example, plastic. Plastic is very simple uh, example of environmental problem. And if you're aware with the plastic that we use plastic every day, and it seems like that plastic is help us in our daily life, help us to carry anything, to wrap something. That seems really useful for us. But do you realize what are the problem with the plastic? Of course, when it help us, it's really supporting our daily life. But once we don't need it anymore, we have to throw it. And what happened when we just threw it without any uh, better process for it? So you may see in many examples that there are a lot of animal, like example, has been struggled with the plastic, particularly the animal who live in the sea. As you may recognize that this is uh, some microplastic problem. I don't know whether you have already done some plastic as well, because plastic, microplastic is very small material particle which already embedded sometimes within the body of fish, like symbol, and we eat it. So this kind of example is kind of environmental awareness, that you start to realize that there is a problem with our daily life which can affect not only to environmental but also to ourselves again. So I think starting with this environmental awareness, starting to identify whether we know any problem related to our environment, it is very important for us to think about sustainability. Of course, if we just think about the easy way to do tasks using plastic, that's of course it's talking about efficiency, effectiveness. That might be very simple way to think. But as we live in very complex world, we start to aware that there is a problem with our daily life, which also affect to the nature and affecting again to us. Of course, if we think about one generation on the ourselves, that might be not really problematic because it takes time. The plastic to come to our body, it takes time. But can you realize that in the coming like about 20, 30 years, next 20, 30 years, our next generation will eat more plastic than us. So we start to think about this. This will create us environmental awareness. And there are a lot of environmental problems surrounding us. So we should think the way at a system thinking, not only doing what we want, what we need, but also we need to think how and what are the consequences of our existence, our doing to our nature. I think starting from that point, we will see that we can start to relate that our activity can affect to the environment, and with the system thinking, we will think that not only affecting this moment, but also to the future, and then of course it's only not only our family but also our environment, our neighbor, our countries, and also and at the end the global population. I think that's the point that I would like to start with this example of environmental awareness and how we can relate this sustainability. Thanks, Hakim.
As Dr. Ali, thank you, Dr. Ali Imran. As Dr. Ali Imran said, that is good aware of the environmental issue that surrounded us. Animal has been strangled by the plastic that we threw, and the issue of microplastic is still a huge issue in our surrounding. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Imran for your explanation. An example we are familiar with is the supply of clean water. It is everyone's right to have access to clean water. The reason behind this that we know is to avoid waterborne disease. Dr. Nurun, we all know that environmental sustainability is crucial, but what are the reasons it is important actually? Could you explain it to us?
Okay, thank you, Hakimi. Yes, as we know, environmental sustainability is crucial. So why the environmental sustainability is crucial? First is it preserving ecosystem services, where ecosystem provide a wide range of services essential for human well-being, such as clean water, clean air, fertile soil for agriculture, climate regulation, pollination, and also environmental sustainability ensures the preservation of these ecosystem services, which are crucial for our survival and quality of life. Secondly, it mitigating climate change, where environmental sustainability focus on reducing greenhouse gas emission, promoting renewable energy, and adopting climate-friendly practices. By addressing climate change, we can mitigate its severe consequences, such as rising temperature, extreme weather event, sea level rise, and disruption to ecosystem and human society. Thirdly, where it protecting our biodiversity, environmental sustainability aims to conserve biodiversity, which is essential for maintaining healthy ecosystem. So biodiversity provide resilience to ecosystem, support ecosystem services, and contribute to food security, medicine, and cultural heritage. So with preserving biodiversity, it helps in maintaining the balance of ecosystem and safeguard the web of life on Earth. And then it also ensuring resources availability, where environmental sustainability emphasize responsible resource management, including water, forest, mineral, and energy sources. By using resources efficiently, reducing waste, and promoting sustainable practices, we ensure the availability for future generations. So this is very important to make sure that our ecosystem today will also can prepare for the future generation. So it also prevent depletion and environmental degradation. So environmental sustainability also promoting human health, where human health are interconnected. Pollution, contamination, and exposure to hazardous substances can have detrimental effect to human health. So by addressing environmental issue such as air and water pollution, toxic waste, and chemical exposure, we can create healthier living environment and improve overall well-being. And then ensuring social equity, where environmental sustainability promotes social equity by addressing environmental injustices and ensuring that the benefit and burden of environmental decisions are distributed fairly. So it recognizes the right and needs of marginalized community and aims to provide equal access to environmental resources and opportunities. So, according to economic stability and resilience, environmental sustainability contribute to long-term economic stability and resilience. It encourages sustainable business practices such as green innovation and the development of renewable energy sources, creating new job opportunities, reducing dependency on finite resources, and fostering economic growth in a way that is compatible with the health of the planet. And then ethical responsibility, which is recognize our ethical responsibility to be good steward of Earth and to leave a habitat and thriving planet for future generation. So it also acknowledges the interconnectedness of all life forms and the needs for sustainable, responsible, and respectful interaction with the environment. So by prioritizing environmental sustainability, we can address pressing global challenges, protect the natural system that support life, and ensure a sustainable and prosperous future for both current and future generations. So it is very crucial for the well-being of humanity and the planet as a whole. All right, thank you, Hakimi.
Thank you, Dr. Nurun, for your explanation. Previously, Dr. Nurun had explained to us why environmental sustainability is crucial. This to reserve ecosystem that provide benefits for humans and to mitigate the climate change for an instant rising temperature. Subsequently, there are four main components of environmental sustainability, or known as the four pillars of sustainability. Dr. Ali Imran, could you introduce and describe to us two of these pillars?
Yeah, thanks, Hakimi. In the past, actually, I only knew two pillars. First pillar is economic sustainability, and then secondly, environmental sustainability, and the third is economic, environmental, and social sustainability. But now it seems it's evolved with the last one is institutional sustainability. So let me start with the first economic sustainability. So some says that instead of using economic sustainability, we can also say economic viable. So if we think something about sustainability, we should think about whether our program or activity or our development will create economic sustainability or not. Means if we just produce, like example, let me use mining as an example. So, like example, mining is one important example that when we once extract from the nature, taking out the the mine material, like example, coal. Like after we don't have any sources in the nature, then we have to finish it. Why? Because it's not possible to do it anymore because economically will not be viable in the future. So one time of using instead of prolonged use is one of example of whether it is economic sustain or not. This is also true for other example. Like example, if we have a business and we can get benefit in very short term, but later on we do not have any economic benefit, we cannot say that this is sustainability. So economic sustainability means that we can get benefit not only once time or few times, but in the long term we can still get it. That's the main point. So second is environmental sustainability, as we already discussed. If we create a job, if we create a program or we develop something and then it bring impact to environment, that should be considered as unsustained. Means that doesn't mean that every impact to environment will means unsustainable, but impacting to the long term. The keyword is long term. Sustainability is long term. Of course, in some cases, like example, if we want to develop what do you call geothermal, maybe some of us already know geothermal is the way we try to get energy from the geothermal, means from the earth, by utilizing the heat of the earth, and push some, what you call, some energy, and then created for the electricity. That's one of example of geothermal approach for energy. At the beginning, of course, because you need to put pipes, to put facilities there, that must be a disturbance in nature. But soon, if we can recover it, then we can rely again that this is better than the practice of mining of coal for energy. So this is the second example of environmental sustainability. So in term of in term of sustainability, we should think about if we got benefit, or if we got a good quality of environmental, it should be can be maintained in long term, not only one time of benefit, but also long term, including environmental sustainability. Okay, economic, environment, and the third is social. This is crucial for developing countries. Why? We have already have a lot of example in developed countries that some social aspect was neglected in the past. Like example, the development of can say America and also Australia. They neglect the local tribes that originally from that area, and now they become a minority in the area. This is one important message for us in developing countries, is the recognition of the right of indigenous people. Because what has happened is actually, before our country was established, they were there before, and they have their own territory, and they have their own right that we don't recognize, because we use what do you call we use different law rather than that they have been used. So this is very important. First, to recognize that they have right, and we have to respect to their right, and then also to accommodate to our system in the country. Like, at least we recognize and we allow them to manage its sustainability. So this is another example for the sustainability, particularly for the social aspect. Other aspect, like example, of course, if you have established, example, a company in an area, you have also saying that your company or your manufacturer, like example, should also benefit to the locals, not only for the owner of the business, but also for the locals. The fourth is institution. The institution means that not only those three aspects, but also to those who manage the, let's say, the business, or manage the development, will be also sustained. Of course, it requires many things, like example, a good governance approach that not only a good structure of organization, but also a good uh, step how to control them. Because if an business entities or any company that without any control from others, they will expand very rapidly, and of course it will be back again to environmental problem, to economic problem, and also social problem. So that four pillar, that is very important, and I give you already some example that we should also consider for sustainability. Thank you, Hakim.
Thank you, Doctor, for your explanation. Dr. Ali Imran had described to us the pillars of sustainability. For example, economic sustainability, which used for development of our country. For an instance, mining, which taking out materials from from the earth. Secondly, the social sustainability, social aspect developments. For example, the development of America, which the tribes has become minority. Dr. Ali, in your opinion, should the subject of sustainability and environment be included in the curriculum? If yes, perhaps you could enlighten us about it.
Okay, thank you, Hakimi. Yes, I'm completely agree with your, idea. Yeah, that environmental sustainability should be included in the curriculum, because not only in the higher education, yeah, like in the university, but I think we should start from the uh, elementary school, or yeah, even in kindergarten. Yeah, I think we should include the environmental sustainability in our curriculum. Yeah, why? Because actually the problem of our education is sometimes, or I think especially in the developing country like Cambodia, Indonesia, and others, that the family is actually, we should start our education from family, but uh, the problem is there are a lot of family that's not educated. So even we give education, I mean, even the student, yeah, give or get the lesson from from school, but only how many hours they are in school, and then the habits will be come back again when they come to their home. So if the at school is not good education, not include the environmental sustainability, we cannot expect if to the family, because in family, uh, yeah, I think not all parents can give good education to their children. So I think the best way to make environmental sustainability is we should include the curriculum uh, at school and in the university, and also in uh, so many events. Yeah. So the soul of the people, yeah, all people will be create and also think every day about environmental sustainability, like uh, how they should manage the waste, yeah, that they produce. Uh, as we know that, uh, for example, because my research interest is in the waste and wastewater treatment, so I a little bit more uh, learn about the waste. Yeah. Uh, yeah. For example, it's like domestic waste. Yeah. Domestic waste from a home and or from restaurant or canteens. We produce so many food waste. Yeah. A food waste. If we uh, doesn't we don't treat exactly. I mean, good the good treatment. For example, food waste. If we just throw to the uh, nature, uh, they will be increase and increase, and then uh, at the bottom or inside the waste will be processed by anaerobic digestions and produce methane and carbon dioxides will be produced, and then the methane and carbon dioxide will come up to the atmosphere. And you know that methane is uh, the more dangerous than carbon dioxide to the greenhouse, to the ozone layer. So I think if we don't treat with a good treatment to the food waste, the global warming will be fast and fastly. So I think every family, yeah, we can start from our family. If no, yeah, at least we can start from our school, yeah, from our school. So we could include the environmental sustainability to the uh, curriculum. Yeah, thank you. That's all, Hakimi.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali had agreed that the subject of sustainability and should be included in the curriculum. This subject should not only be taught in a higher education, but also start during the kindergarten. Once again, thank you, Dr. Ali, for your explanation. Dr. Nurun, does older generation worry about the environment as much as the younger people do?
Thank you, Hakimi, for the question. So, neglecting an environment sustainability give severe consequences actually for both our earth and human. So while it may not necessarily lead to an immediate catastrophe, the long-term implication can be very detrimental, which is some potential consequences when we neglecting environmental sustainability. So what are the consequences? First is climate change. Of course, this also happened today. So why climate change happened? Because of failure to reduce our greenhouse gases that can result in global temperature, extreme weather event, and sea level rise, disruption to ecosystem and human societies. So this can lead to increase natural disaster, loss of habitat, food, and water scarcity, and displacement of community. So secondly, the consequences towards biodiversity loss, where when we neglect in environmental sustainability, it can accelerate the loss of biodiversity, especially towards species extinction that are already in very crucial level. So primarily due to habitat disruption, the major causes for species extinction. So and then there is pollution and then climate change also contribute towards species extinction. Biodiversity loss disrupt ecosystem, weaken our their resilient and effect essential ecosystem services upon which human well-being depends. And then other consequences refers to resource depletion, where unsustainable resource extraction and consumption pattern can lead to depletion of finite resources such as fossil fuel, mineral, and fresh water. So the impact where it can result in resource scarcity, price volatility, and conflict over access to vital resources. Pollution and environmental degradation also the consequences when we neglect our environmental sustainability, where when we do not caring about the pollution and environmental degradation, it can contribute to pollution of air, water, and soil. So this pollution give impact to human health, damage our ecosystem, and disrupt ecological balance. So it also lead to respiratory disease, so waterborne illness and degradation of agriculture land. After that, uh, it also give consequences to loss of ecosystem services, where ecosystem services such as clean air, water purification, soil fertility, and pollination are essential for human well-being. So neglecting environmental sustainability can lead to degradation of lost these services, undermining food security, water availability, and the overall health of ecosystem. So it also gives consequences to social and economic impact, where the environmental degradation give effect to the society and economy. So where the social inequalities, a marginalized community, so are often the most vulnerable to environmental risk and hazard. So it can also result in economic losses due to the impact of climate change, resource scarcity, and increased costs of addressing environmental challenges. So it also gives consequences towards interconnected global challenges, where environmental sustainability is closely intertwined with other global changes. So it has interconnection, where it has challenges such as poverty, hunger, and equality and public health. So neglecting sustainability exacerbate these challenges and hinders progress toward achieving broader development goal. So it is crucial for me to prioritize environmental sustainability, take proactive measure to mitigate environmental risk, and transition to more sustainable practice and policies. So it is important to do not neglect environmental sustainability. All right, thank you, Hakimi. That's all from me.
Thank you, Dr. Nurul. Since Dr. Eli has an emergency, we will continue with two panels. We wish you all the best, Dr. Eli. All right. Dr. Nurul had said that the older generation also will face the consequences. For example, the climate change, which extreme weather rise, with the extreme weather rise, which also will increase natural disaster. This results in the displacement of community. Once again, thank you, Dr. Nurul, for your explanation. In the train of thought, environmental sustainability is everyone's responsibility. Dr. Ali Imran, in your opinion, how an individual could contribute to this issue?
Yeah, thanks, Kimi. Yeah, of course. Principally, I agree that individual is responsible. Each individual has to responsible first to their own sustainability. Means that at least in their surrounding area of him or herself, we should ensure that we'll contribute to the sustainability. That's I think the main important point because the problem with us is sometimes we don't realize that what we have done is contribute to unsustained practices that sometimes hinder us to contribute to sustainability. Like example, yeah, as we think about effectiveness, efficiency, so the solution is try to simplify, make more economic efficiency, but of course, we sometimes forget the environmental sustainability. Like example, the plastic. This is an example. Or it's also happened to Indonesia and Malaysia. In terms of having economic growth, we prefer to have to expand palm oil plantation as big as possible. And consequently, with this expansion, it reduced the biodiversity, particularly in this area where high biodiversity, we lost it. So in this case, I strongly recommend that first, the promotion of sustainability should be done, which is reaching to individual contribution. Of course, we have done so many different promotion ways, like some improving the awareness of company, government, but sometimes we forget that individual is very important to target it. So despite of this thought on contribution of individual, I think I also would like to promote us to do this environmental campaign which target to individual rather than organization. Of course, this organization target is also important, but I think the idea of increasing awareness of individual is very important. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ali Imran. In this issue, in terms of economic growth in Malaysia and Malaysia, both countries expand the palm oil industry, which result in the loss of the biodiversity. Now, Dr. Nurul, could you explain to us what companies or businesses around the globe should do in promoting and practicing environmental sustainability, whether within their organization or outside of their organization?
Okay, thank you, Hakimi, for the question. Yes, of course, they should. Companies and businesses have a crucial role to play in promoting and practicing environmental sustainability. So what they can do in the organization, which is adopt sustainable practices where they can integrate sustainable practices into daily operation. This can include energy conservation, waste reduction and recycling, water efficiency, sustainable procurement, and green building design. And then they also can set environmental goal where establish clear environmental goals and target aligned with sustainable principle. This goal can include reducing greenhouse gas emission, water usage, waste generation, and improving energy efficiency. Also, they can do regularly monitor and report progress toward this goal. And then they also can invest in renewable energy, where transition to renewable energy sources to power operation, install solar panel, purchase renewable energy credit, or enter into power purchase agreement for renewable energy. This reduce reliance on fossil fuel and decrease carbon emission. They also can implement sustainable supply chain practices where they can work with supplier to promote sustainable practices through the supply chain, establish criteria for sourcing, for selecting environmentally responsible suppliers, encourage sustainable sourcing, and collaborate on initiatives to reduce the environmental impacts of the supply chain. After that, they also can promote employee engagement where they can engage employees in sustainability effort through awareness campaign, training program, and incentive scheme. Encourage employees to contribute ideas, participate in sustainability initiative, and incorporate sustainable practices into their daily work routine. After that, they also can optimize resource efficiency, will implement measure to optimize resource efficiency, such as using energy efficient equipment and lighting, improving water management system, and adopting circular economy principle to reduce waste and maximize resource utilization. So this is the practice that they can do inside your organization. But for outside organization, they also can support with sustainable product development, where they can design product and services with sustainability in mind. Consider the entire product life cycle, including raw material sourcing, manufacturing processes, packaging, use, and end of life disposal. Responsible marketing and communication. The organization also can ensure that marketing and communication effort align with environmental sustainability values. Avoid greenwashing and provide accurate information about the environmental attribute of product or services. And then they also can educate consumer about sustainable product use and disposal. So this is very important because not all consumer know how to dispose their product. So and then it can collaborate in partnership with other organizations such as industry peers, NGOs to address environmental challenge collectively. So they can engage in industry-wide initiative, participate in sustainability network, and share best practices to drive innovation and create greater impact. So from innovation, they also can uh, make a good product towards environmental friendly. So, and then we have customer engagement, where they can engage customers in sustainable practice by providing information on the environmental benefit or benefit services, promoting eco-friendly behaviors, offering incentive for sustainable choices, seek customer feedback to continually improve sustainability effort. And finally, they can make a transparent reporting, provide transparent and comprehensive reporting on environmental performance and sustainable effort. So they can share their progress, achievement, and challenge with their stakeholders. So that's all from me, Hakimi. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nurun, for your explanation. Dr. Nurun said, in organization, they should adopt a sustainable practice such as water efficiency, set environmental goals that align with the SDG, such as reduce greenhouse gas, daily monitor whether the goals that have been set are practiced, and when outside of their organization, they should have responsible communication, avoid brainwashing, and telling facts about the environment. The organization also should tell customers how to dispose their products with the correct ways. The organization also should transparent with their report regarding environment achievement. Thank you, Dr. Nurun, for your information. Apparently, we are at the end of our first slot. To our audiences, if you have questions that you would like to ask our panels, you might ask through the comment section. Here, I would also like to inform the audience to fill in your attendance through the provided link in the comment section. All right. The question here from Nur Farahin Inas. Dr. Ali Imran, is there any way to reverse the damage that have been done to our environment? Is it possible to restore the nature as it was?
Yeah, thank you, Nur Farahin. That is a very good question. Yeah, of course, the idea of reverse back is already in many what do you call initiative. But we also have to understand some method to reverse back probably it's not possible, probably because it's also limited to our technology or our ability to reverse back the situation. Like example, for extinct species, if we have species that already extinct in the wild, extinct in in the earth, like example, we don't have any more in captive breeding, then it almost impossible to do to reverse back the damage for the extinction. That's one particular cases that need very much energy or resources to do that. Like example, the idea of bringing back mammoth is already on the way, but we don't know when it will be done, when it will be happen. So this is still very big question. Secondly, for some restoration effort, that still can be done. Like example, if we have deforestation, then we can uh, do replanting by mix the plants in the area and also plant many different species, which is similar to natural forest. But of course, the question is if we want to restore, we should restore it to the closest natural condition. Means you cannot restore a deforested area into forest plantation, which is monoculture. We should bring back to the natural forest where it has variation, high diversity of species, including wildlife species, into previous condition. And in terms of restoration, we have two important things. First, structurally should be uh, reach the previous condition, and secondly, the functionality. The structurally means the structure of the forest, like example, should be similar to the natural forest. Mean the vegetation composition should be similar. The strata of the stratum of the trees should be similar. But secondly, also have function which is similar to natural forest. For example, you can have very nice forest, but you don't have any animal within it. So the function is not working there. So you have to make sure that not only the trees coming back, but also the animal coming back, and also particularly the environmental services like simple water should be also better in that area. Thank you, Nur Farani, for the very good question, and hope this answer your question. Thank you.
Next, we move to the next question from Anis Ibrahim. Do you think sustainable lifestyle is more expensive or less expensive? Perhaps you can answer, Dr. Nurun.
Thank you, Hakimi, for the question. Thank you, Anis, for asking the question. So I think not all sustainable lifestyle is more expensive. So there is many instances where sustainable option come at a higher upfront cost in a long run. Sustainable choices and can often lead to cost saving. So for example, in energy efficiency. So we invest in energy efficient appliances such as LED lighting and improving insulation in home can reduce energy consumption in lower utility bills over time. So at the beginning, quite costly, but for long time, for long term, uh, s- uh, it will give a low cost for our daily um, consumption. So and then water conservation. So implementing water saving features such as low flow toilet and efficient irrigation system. So this is can result in significant water saving and reduce water bill. And then for transportation, we can choose public transportation, carpooling, cycling or walking can help save on fuel costs, parking fees and vehicle maintenance. And for food choices, so opting for locally sources, seasonal and plant-based food, and sometimes be more cost effective than relying heavily on imported or processed food. So that's all for me, Hakimi.
All right, we move to the next question. Apparently, we are at the end of Q&A. A little summary that I could summarize from all of the knowledge shared by our OSA panel is environmental sustainability is very crucial for everyone, regardless their background, and it is everyone's responsibility. There are ways for us to practice the environmental sustainability. Before we withdraw or depart, I would like to give my appreciation by saying thank you very much to our panels for today. It is our privilege to have our panelists as they are willing to spend their time to join and share with us their valuable knowledge regarding this topic. I hope the knowledge we learned today could enlighten us to become better individuals in protecting the environment as we pursue development. Here, I also want to apologize for shortcomings throughout the program. Godspeed, take care, and until we meet again. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed forum moderator, Muhammad Hakimi, for skillfully guiding and facilitating our discussion throughout this program. Your expertise and dedication have been instrumental in creating an engaging and productive forum experience for all participants. Thank you for your invaluable contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, before we end our first slot, I would like to conclude. Together, we have explored the intricacies of our global environment and discovered sustainable solutions for a better world. Now, as we part ways, let us carry the lessons learned and the bonds formed into our daily lives. Let us be ambassadors of understanding, advocates for change, and builders of bridges that connect us all. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to each and every one of you for your active participation and contributions. It is through your dedications that this program has flourished and left an indelible mark on our hearts. May the spirit of building bridges and breaking barriers guide us in creating a world where understanding, acceptance, and unity prevail. Before I end our first slot for today, I would like to recite another poem. As the program draws to a close, our hearts and minds are all aglow. We've built bridges and shattered walls, embraced diversity within these halls. The knowledge gained, the bond we've made, will resonate beyond this day. For in breaking barriers, we have found a world of possibilities unbound. Let's carry forth the lessons learned with open hearts and minds that yearn to nurture understanding, love, and peace, and make the world's division cease. Thank you all for your active role in this journey that touched our soul. As we part ways, let's remember well that together we can truly excel. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude this memorable event, I kindly request everyone to please remain present and have your cameras ready as we capture the essence of our shared experience through a group photograph. Thank you and farewell.
Okay, thank you. But can we wait for Dr. Nurun for a while because she has a little bit technical problem? Just for a few minutes. I'm sorry for the inconveniences.
Sorry, lambat.
Okay. Okay, now I would like to thank Dr. Mama Ali Imran and Dr. Nur Nadira. It is my honor to have you guys in my program. We gain so much knowledge from your sharing, and I hope we can keep in touch and have a good relationship in the future so that we can continue to have a wonderful relationship between Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay, now I will count into three, and you can make any pose so that I can take a few picture of us. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? One, two, three. Okay, another one. One, two, three. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Dr. Mama Ali Imran and Dr. Nurun.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you,
you
Dr.
Bye-bye.
and
Manu.
have a nice
Thank
day.
you,
Thank you,
Akimi
Dr.
Aya and
Nurul.
Fashro.
Yeah, Faisal Alian,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye to you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sama-sama.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.